So, as I said, my name is Nitin. I'll be your trainer for today, and I'll be walking you through the introduction to our Power Platform training. Everybody can hear me fine? Am I clear, loud, audible?
You're clear.
Great.
Yep, yep.
All right. All right. Then I'll share my screen with you guys, and I'll take you through the course. Can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
Yes,
Yep.
yes, you can go ahead.
All right. Great. All right. So, the training we are focusing here is Power Apps and Power Automate from the Power Platform of Microsoft. Um, I'll be so first a few something about me. So I have about 14 years of IT and ITES industry experience. I'm a renowned corporate trainer. I conduct several training sessions with very large companies. So companies actually invite me to conduct training for their uh, employees. And then I have extensive project experience in RPA, low code, no code, AI, ML, um, and other technology stacks. So I have delivered about. Sorry, someone was saying anything. I request everybody to please keep your mics on mute unless you have a question. Thank you. So I've successfully delivered over 500 plus uh, industry projects for various companies. All right. Uh, so today we'll be talking about Microsoft Power Platform. Okay, it is a complete set of integrated low-code development tools. So when I say low code, what does it mean, right? So so there's two type of development software code development methodologies. So first one is a core traditional software development way, wherein a trained professional, a trained programmer creates your software programs writing in languages like Python, Java, Ruby, right? And then there is another approach that has become very important in last few years, and it is called the low code or the citizen developer methodology, in which people who are not so very well trained in programming languages can also create similar kinds of software um, with same functionality without having that much knowledge of actual programming languages. So that is where low code development platforms have become very important, because they enable uh, business analysts or business users and people with not so much of training in software programming languages to develop equally powerful applications and equally powerful code which they can use in their organizations. So this is very important to understand, that this is the Microsoft Power Platform is a complete set of integrated low code development tools. That means it provides various tools which are low code or no code, right? So we don't need much of uh, traditional coding, and it provides the tools which are completely integrated with each other. So each of these tools interact with each other, they can talk to each other, right? We can pull data from one tool into another, and we can pull functionality from one tool into another as well. So they are a very well rounded package in terms of a low code platform, which allows you to uh, achieve different goals within your organization, and it is all very tightly coupled, very tightly integrated. So that is the advantage of this platform. So the components, as you can see on your screen, are Power BI, which is mostly your reporting and data visualization tool, which is used for data analytics and data visualization. So you can pull data from different databases or data sources, and you can create visuals and graphs and charts upon it, and dashboards which allow you to look at your data in a manner which creates some value for the business user to understand where the meaning of the data for them. So it can say, you can say, pull sales data, and you can create charts to tell you what were your sales for a particular product within the last year. Okay, so this is mostly used to do data visualization so that you can get the meaning of your data in your database, which helps you understand how your business is performing in the areas of improvement, all such things. This is basically used for business analytics and data visualization. The second one is Power Apps. So Power Apps is an application development platform where you can very simply and without any um, complex code create very powerful applications for your business, right? So you can create new applications from scratch. You can pull in your data from different data sources, right? And you can create applications upon them to 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 modify, refine that data, or to even create new data upon it. So we'll be touching on details upon this, right, in our next sessions. Uh, but for today, it is important for you to remember that this Power Platforms app is the tool which is provided to create new business applications. Okay. Then the third one is called Power Automate, and it is a very powerful tool used for workflow automation. Okay, so in any every company, every process, there's a lot of manual tasks, lot of manual steps, right? A person has to do repetitively, right? And they can be very boring. They can be very energy draining because they do not add actual value to your work, but they are repetitive in manner, and you have to do all that manually, right? So to automate all such things, we can use Power Automate. So it allows you to create process flows, okay, called workflows or flows, which can automate all your manual work, right, and do it for you on the press of a button. Or you can even schedule a workflow to complete the same process for you at particular time of the day or the year, right? So this can be scheduled or this can be run manually. So basically, it allows you to automate all your manual tasks. So things like, say, if you're copy pasting data from one file to another manually, or you are, you know, copying data from an Excel file and putting it into a CRM or a ERP system manually. So all such things can be automated using Power Automate. So we'll be going into details of Power Automate as well within our course, right? We'll be studying it in detail. We'll be creating workflows. We'll be doing a lot of hands-on exercises as well. Then there is Power Virtual Agents. So Power Virtual Agents is usually uh, used to create very powerful chatbots, right? It can be trained on your data. Uh, it can be trained on your document files, your database, your data files, and it can create a chatbot through which you can interact with that data. So, uh, say you have a service department which interfaces with the customers, right? So you can train a chatbot on your customer data, and you can then have customers interact to that chatbot, and it can provide answers to them from within that data set, right? So it is very powerful tool to create chatbots for your company, for your organization, right? And it also has some intelligent element to it. In the terms, we can integrate a few artificial intelligence or machine learning algorithms into these agents, so as to make them learn from previous data and apply answers to any future questions. So they can intelligently identify what type of question you are asking, and they can modify their answers accordingly. They can adapt to the your style of questioning, things like that. So they are a really very good tool for chatbot creation. Now you see these three things on the bottom of your screen. So what are these? So Microsoft Dataverse is a part of the Power Platform, which is basically the database that can power all these tools, right? So Microsoft provides its own database called Microsoft Dataverse, which is very complete, tightly coupled with all these tools. It is very well integrated, um, and it can be used to store your data, and then you can pull that data into any of these tools and manipulate it. Okay, and then there is something called data connectors, which allows you to connect to other different sources of data, other different databases, data warehouses, or data lakes, other than Microsoft Dataverse. So you can connect to your Teradata platforms, you can connect to your MS SQL platform, right, or your Oracle database, all such things, right? So that is possible through data connectors. So we can connect to those databases as well, and we can pull in that data into our tools also. Then the third component, AI Builder, that is also a very powerful component that gives you um, quite a few AI capabilities which you can incorporate into these tools. So it allows you to use out of the box algorithms, which you can use for things like, say, classifying things into different categories, identifying data from the documents, right, in your PDFs, in your Word documents, or even doing image analysis using computer vision libraries. So, so all such things, they are packaged in AI Builder. So this is the package which allows you to use custom made or Microsoft provided AI ML models within your tools, which allow you to enhance the functionality that you are building. All right. Okay. So the two major points of focus for all of our course would be Power Apps and Power Automate, right? So let me take you through Power Apps first. What Power Apps is for. So as I said earlier, you can build apps for web and mobile with Power Apps. Okay, that means you can create apps which run on your uh, net, your local machine, as well as you can create apps which run on the web, right? And you can share it like a website URL to other people, so they can log into that website like just like a website, and they can interact with that app as well. Okay, and it is very easy to build apps with Power Apps because the because of the main salient feature of this platform, which is low code no code. So even if you don't have much knowledge of programming languages, you can still create equally powerful apps just like a seasoned programmer would create using their programming language. Okay, so it empowers business users to solve their own problems. So business users who are not very well versed with uh, programming languages, right, they don't have that much of IT background, right, even they can create these apps and to solve their own problems. And any apps created through Power Apps, they are easily shareable within organizations. So you can easily share it with other people. It's just like it's as easy as sharing a link with anybody, right? A website or a URL with anybody, or even giving them a shortcut where they can click and access the app, right? It is very easy to share the apps between people. And security and governance maintenance, that is inbuilt within Power Apps. So Microsoft provides a way you can maintain security and governance, such as who is using your app, right? What part of the application they have access to. So all that is very easy to do in Power Apps. Also, it is platform agnostic, so you can create apps for iOS. So the app that has been created, you can instantly push it into your iOS devices, your Android devices, or your Windows and web devices, right? So the app will work equally fine on your iOS devices, say an iPhone. It will work equally good on your Android devices, right? Your Android mobile phones, and anything which runs Windows, obviously it is going to run because it is a Microsoft product, so it works very well with Windows. So you can have a full-fledged app created on your computer. Okay, and we a very good feature of Power Apps or the whole Power Platform is that we can have different environments which can be managed separately, right? And uh, even with integration to each other. So, uh, so to create some different niche areas for your app development. So there could be environments. So one way to do is to create a development environment, a production environment, right? So you give access to development environment to just your developers, and then in the production environment, once it is tested, you can load it into your production environment and give access to everybody, all the business users in your organizations. That is one way to manage environments. Other way could be you can divide environments um, per department basis. So, say sales department has one environment that is managed, and then your procurement department has one environment that is managed. So, any app which belongs to procurement, it will be developed and it will be maintained within that environment, right? So, it does not interact with other applications. It does not interfere. So, a little bit of containerization there. So, you have your different separate environments where which you can manage different separate data. Now, if they need to interact with each other, so say procurement and sales data need to interact with each other, so we can also manage apps across these environments. So one app, it can work in both environments as well, okay, and can uh, work on data from sales as well as on procurement. Okay, all right. The next very important tool that we will be concentrating through our whole course is Power Automate. So Power Automate allows you to create automatic flows for your manual work. It is a service which provides you capability of creating automation flows, which runs across several different applications and interfaces, right? So, uh, so a very important feature of Power Automate is that it can integrate a large number of applications together. So there are about 700 connectors which allow you to create workflows for a large number of applications. So you can connect to your Microsoft applications like your Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, your Power BI, your emails, Microsoft Outlook, right? All that. And similarly, it can integrate with a large number of databases as well, and it can integrate with a large number of other applications which you may use in your organization. So your SAP, your CRM systems, your ERP systems, so all that can be integrated together. So you have a very customized, your streamlined data stream which runs across these systems, and Power Automate allows you to automate different steps along the way. So you can integrate all these applications together to create automated flows across them. Okay, so as you can see here, so it allows you to connect to data from various different data sources, right? So you can use data that is already there into your database, and you can even create your own data within Power Automate, which is then stored back into your database. Okay, so you can do operations like read your data from database, update data of the database, and even create new data and store it back into your database. So all those database interactions are possible. Then the workflows created within Power Automate, right? So they can be triggered using triggers. So there is something called triggers, which is used to start the workflows. So they start running on a certain at a certain time, or at a certain event. So for example, you can create a trigger for your Power Automate flow to run as soon as you create a file in one of the folders in your computer. Okay, so as soon as this file is created in the folder, your Power Automate flow will start running. Or if a particular emails come into your mailbox, right, the flow will start running. So all such triggers are possible. Apart from them, you can also create time schedules or time triggers, as we call them. So at a particular time in a day, your flow will run. So say every Monday 8 a.m. you need to run a flow. You can schedule it that way. Okay. Then it provides the facility to edit or create your flows uh, from your web or mobile devices, or even your local machine, so to speak. So it provides, so there are two components to Power Automate. One is called Power Automate Desktop, and another one is called Power Automate Cloud. Okay. So both of them can be edited. So flows can be created in them through your desktop or your laptop, right? And even a mobile app. So Microsoft provides a mobile app also for Power Automate, which you can easily install into your mobile devices, and you can create or modify your uh, Power Power Automate workflows from there as well. Okay, so we will be studying in detail all the interfaces, all the ways on how to interact with Power Automate. What is Power Automate Cloud? What is Power Automate Desktop? What is the difference between them? How you create a flow, how you edit a flow. So that will be the main focus of all our training here. You know, what are the different components to Power Automate, right? So, for example, what are different triggers that are there? What are different actions which are there that you can perform in Power Power Automate workflows? So all of them we'll be studying in very large detail, right? So don't worry even if you don't understand some things here right now. As we go along, progress along the course, we'll go into details of each and everything, and I'll make sure that you understand everything there. Okay. A very good feature of Power Automate is creating approval workflows. So that is a very highly used use use case within different organizations. It is a very good feature that Power Automate provides, is that it provides you the ability to create approval workflows. Now, what are approval workflows? Uh, they are basically, um, things like, say, you create a project and you write to your manager for approving that project, right? So manager approves, and then you can go on to the next stage of the project, right? So so all such workflows, they can be automated within Power Automate. So a Power Automate, once you have created your project or your work file in, say, Microsoft SharePoint, or your have created it on a shared drive, yeah, right? You can create a mail in your mailbox, and Power Automate will take that mail. It will send to your managers and other approvers, right? And it will wait for their approvals to come. Okay. And once their approvals come, it will allow, sorry, once their approval comes in, it will trigger then the downstream of the project. So say, email other people telling them that this stage is approved, they can continue with their other work. Or it can even create you know things like, do something based on the approval, do something within an application. So maybe create some new data into your ERP system based on the approval, and run that automation flow. Okay. And based on various responses, you can, from the approvers, right, you can choose different courses of actions. So say the approver rejects the proposal. So then what? So then it can close the project then and there itself. So it can write an email to the requester that your request has been rejected, and then it can go and close, say, the ticket for them in ServiceNow, or it can go and you know uh, close the project within your ERP system or your CRM system. And in case the manager approves and everybody else approves, right, it can then start creating new workflows within the ERM and the SAP systems or other applications that you be using. Okay, hope everything is clear until here. Okay, so that is what we will be covering in this course. Now, if I take you through the specifics of whole curriculum, so I believe this will be shared with you. So this details the topics or the the parts which we'll be covering for Power Apps and Power Automate. So it divides the whole course into modules. In each module, we'll be covering some details, some features of Power Apps or Power Automate. So if we go through this, you can see the details, the the things we'll be covering within our course. So we'll be going through Power Apps first. We'll be talking about what are the various screens, controls, data, etc. that is to be used in Power Apps, how we can create an app, what are the different components of a Power App, what are different screens, what are different types of data we can use, what are different type of graphics we can use, or what are controls, right? What actions we can perform. All such things will be um, going through in our courseware. Okay, so you can browse through it. You will see all the details that will be going through, all the topics we'll be touching upon, and it will give you the details of our courseware. Now, along with all the theory that we'll be going through, we'll be doing a lot of hands-on exercises as well. So for each module, I'll be giving you hands-on exercises to create an application or to create a automated flow, to make you understand the concepts better. So we'll be doing a lot of hands-on exercises, which will give you actual industry scenarios. So you are ready for, you know, problems that are actually faced when you try to create these apps or create these uh, automated flows in a real industry setup. So you will be ready for those challenges. You will learn how to navigate through them. What are the most commonly faced challenges and how to solve them, as well as you will have some real industry level experience, right? So you will gain that experience, which is very important because you have to have very good working knowledge and able to master these tools, right? So theory is important, yes, but more important is your hands-on exercises, your experience with the tools on how to actually use these tools, right? So you can apply that knowledge in your industry setup. Okay, so we'll be going through all this, and at the end, we'll be doing mini projects, right? So we'll be doing a few mini projects as well, along with the hands-on exercises for each module. I'll be giving you a mini project as well, which will again be very standard, industry specific, right? Very aligned to what is the actual requirements of the industry these days. So it gives you a very good taste of what you can expect when you go and apply this knowledge in your companies, in your organizations. Okay, apart from that, I'll be giving you guidance on the interviews as well, how to crack the interviews, what are the most common interview questions that are asked. I'll be guiding you along your goals, on what you want to achieve in terms of your career path out of this course, and the various certifications that are offered by Microsoft in Power Automate and Power Platform, or Power Apps. So I'll be guiding you through them as well, and mainly we'll be focusing on the PL 900 certification, uh, to which I will give you tips and tricks on how to crack the certification exam. What are the modules that are important, that are in the courseware for the certification exam? What are the important modules? How the exam is patterned? So to impart you with knowledge and skills to crack the certification exam. So it is not a mandatory part of the course, but it is recommended part of the course. So so once you are certified, you know the value increase is multifold. So it is very well recommended that you pursue certification as well. All right, that was the from my side. So what I'll do is now I'll open the platform for you guys to ask any questions you might have.
Yeah. Hi, Nitin. I'm Karthik Kumar. Hope I am audible to you, right?
Yes, loud and clear. Go ahead, Karthik.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what, Nitin. I'm really impressed the way how you presented and explain all the different applications in the Power Platform. And I'm a Microsoft Dynamics expert in Cloud ERP for finance consulting side. I just
Great.
recently been laid off 2 months before from my organization due to the non-availability of the projects and
I see.
uh, I just my suggestion, my friends, they told me to learn our platform
Hmm.
and to enhance my upgrade my skills not only into the cloud ERP and I need to develop my applications part as a developer. So I
Right.
just joined training sessions and
Uh-huh.
I'm just thinking how can it will be enhance my skills as I'm already having 10 plus of year experience in AX and D364 as a finance functional consultant handling all accounts payable, account receivable, general ledger,
Hmm.
all.
Hmm.
It's a kind of a ERP accounting software.
Great.
So how it
Mhm.
will be enhance my skills? Can you briefly explain my
Yeah, that's a
this
very,
career
very
path?
good question, Karthik. Thank you for asking that. So, a lot of people who have
Yeah.
joined today, they will be having the similar question. How this course can enhance their skill set, which they can go back and apply to their jobs, right? So, as you said, you work a lot with these financial applications, right? With the ERP. So, I'm sure there's a lot of things you might be doing manually right now, right? So that is one area where it can immensely help you. So your organization must be doing a lot of manual work with all these applications. Once you go through this course, you learn Power Automate, you learn Power Apps, you can help them automate all such manual work. And that is great value to companies these days, right? So it really saves on the time and effort that you would put into things like copy pasting data from one screen of ERP to another, or putting data from an Excel file into those ERPs or your financial systems, right? Uh, So all such things you can save time upon, you can save effort upon, and that is a very great value add to your company, right? So once you have these skills, you will be indispensable. So not only you will be an expert in whatever you do right now, right, with those financial systems, like accounts payable, as you said, but you will also be an expert on how to actually save time, valuable time and effort for the company, into manual things. Apart from that,
Okay.
you can you yeah so you will be so there's a lot of times where you might not have an interface with other applications, to integrate with your ERP. You can even create new apps yourselves for the company to meet that requirement. So it is a very important skill, I'll tell you. Automation and creation of applications, through a low code platform. It really is a very good value add, because it not just makes you the usual, business user or your usual business analyst. It also allows you to be that developer for the company, right? So you become the citizen developer for the company, as I was saying earlier. So even though you might not have a very good background with a programming language, or might not have a very intensive training in software development, you can still create
Mhm.
very beautiful, powerful tools for your company which provide equal value. So it saves them on money and time they would spend whole on a traditional programmer, right? And
Mhm.
uh, the most important thing that it solves is that as business users, you are the best ones to identify your problems. So you know better than a programmer what challenges you face with these applications that you use. What are the different challenges you face in your workflows every day? So say accounts payable, what are the pain points in that, right? So you know better than anybody else. So you are the best person to automate these things, to solve these pain points. So that is a very good value add there.
Yeah.
I hope I answered your question.
Yeah, yeah, got it, Nitin. Thank you. And how the
Thank
what you call this nowadays? Because I'm keenly looking for a job only because
you.
I've been laid
Oh,
off due
it's
to
a very
non-availability
hot
of
skill.
the
It's
projects.
a very
Yeah.
hot skill. It's hot potatoes, I'll tell you. So
Okay.
everybody's, yeah, everybody's, every company is looking to adopt the automation way,
Yeah.
because the immense value add that it has. So it saves a lot of resources, a lot of manpower, a lot of time, a lot of effort. So so the market is hot right now, man. Trust me.
Uh, it's a Power BI and Power Apps and Power Platform is all means how AI is integrated means nowadays all data science
Mhm.
and AI is everywhere. So AI is
Right. So we'll be
how
going through that as well. We'll be going through that as well. There is a module called AI Center, right? So as I showed you in my presentation, so there's a
uh,
AI Center component that is provided by Microsoft, which helps you integrate the AI and machine learning algorithms right into your apps or your workflows. Okay. So it provides both pre-built models for you to
okay.
use out of the box, and you can create your own custom built models as well and train them on your own data for to allow them to run as per your needs and data that you need from them. Okay.
Okay, got it. One more last question, Nitin. And how
Sure.
this CRM is linked with Power Apps or Power Platform? Because if I see
um,
Power Platform, almost all CRM cases or CRM workflow only they are doing this Power Apps.
mhm, mhm.
This what do you call this workflows and all
Right.
automation part.
So yeah, right. So there is something called connectors, which allow you to connect to different applications. So you can, so there are pre-built connectors which are provided by Microsoft, through which you can connect to different ERP or your CRM systems.
Okay,
So we'll be studying those connectors in detail. I'll be telling you how to connect to different applications.
okay, fine, Nitin.
Okay,
Thank you. Thanks for your detailed explanation. Yeah.
you're welcome. All right. So somebody wants me to share back my screen. Let me share it with you guys. Want me to share the PowerPoint? All right. Any other questions?
Good morning, Nitin. How are you?
Hi. Good morning. I'm fine. How about
I am
you?
good. I am good. It's a nice interaction with you about learn the basic automation flow and the Power App integration. Just one query from my side. Right now I'm working in the automobile domain, taking
Hmm.
care of the internal audit team.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I have four internal auditors and a number of auditees. Auditees means
Hmm.
departments, almost 21.
Hmm.
My current practice is we have scheduled the internal audits with the Outlook calendar weekly
Hmm.
ones like that for month. For month it's 9 to 10 audits with my team, and my auditors is sending the scheduling the invites by the just a simple the Outlook invite, and based on that acceptance they will go on the audit and they release a report. Uh,
Okay.
for for avoiding this kind of non-value addition, how to schedule the this continuous meeting schedule with a one trigger email based on this different entities through Platform.
Right.
Is it
So
possible?
so yeah, Power Platform allows you to integrate with Microsoft Outlook, and create automated flows to to send emails or email notifications or create meeting events. So
Mm-hmm.
I will be taking you through all those things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but see, the focus of this course will be imparting generalized knowledge which can
Mm-hmm.
be used by everybody, right? So I will not
Okay.
be concentrating on uh, a specific use case, to say so to speak, right? So I will not I
Understood.
won't be able to concentrate on a specific use case that you have put up,
Mm-hmm.
but I assure you that while we go through the program, you will have
Mm-hmm.
enough skills to apply that knowledge so that you solve that use case. And that is the purpose of this course, right? So that the purpose is that to impart you with knowledge and skills which are generalized enough so that you can apply them to not just one use case but several different use cases across your organizations, right? So I'll be imparting those skills and that knowledge into you, and you will have to then apply that knowledge into your specific use cases. Okay, hope
Okay.
that makes sense.
Okay.
Sure, sure.
Yeah, but I assure you, yes, all that is possible. We'll be studying upon that, right? We'll be studying on how to use Microsoft Outlook and other Microsoft components like Microsoft Excel, uh, Microsoft SharePoint, right? All those things we'll be studying in the course.
Okay. Okay, Nitin. Thank you.
Any other questions?
Yeah,
Yeah,
hi,
hi,
Nitin.
Nitin.
Srikanth this side.
Yeah, go ahead, Shikant.
Actually, I want to know what sort of what we call certification we have to do for uh, Power Automate a desktop developer.
Say that again. I did not understand.
Actually, there is a separate module called Power Automate a desktop developer. So, what
Mhm.
sort of certification we have to do that for a Power
Uh,
Automate desktop developer?
so Power Automate Desktop does not have a separate certification, right? Uh, Power Automate and Power Cloud both are integrated, and they have one certification for both of them. Okay, so I'll be taking
And
you through the different certifications that are provided by Microsoft. What are the different certification exams? I'll be guiding you through all that, and how to prepare for those exams. Our main focus will be the PL 900 um, certification exam, which is basically your Power Platform um, developer, right? So that is what the certification is, which incorporates Power Automate, Power Apps, all of them together. So there is so to answer your question, there is no separate certification for Power Automate Desktop.
okay, yeah, thank you.
So sorry, Nathan, because like I understand this one would be covered in the what you can say detailed course. So with regards to you
Hmm?
mentioned workflows, so with the Power Automation, this D365 workflows are going to be substituted by the Power Automation workflows.
Um, Not exactly. So they have uh, different uses, right? So D365 is basically the platform which is provided by Microsoft for your for all your various Microsoft provided tools, right? So it is a platform basically. It does not allow you to do workflow automation, so to speak. So to do workflow automation, we'll be using Power Automate.
And this one is like what you can say. I mean this course is focused towards the Microsoft product, like what is SharePoint and the Dynamics 365.
Yes, we'll be studying on how to integrate those things in Power Apps and Power Automate. So the main focus is Power Apps and Power Automate here, right? And we'll be studying how to integrate different Microsoft products with these two tools.
And also you mentioned about the Excel worksheet.
Mhm.
So, in like what you can say, Dynamics 365, we have the templates, right? Where, the accountants are what you get downloading, copying the data to those templates, uploading. So
Mhm.
with Power Automation, like it's provide the facility, like to with regards to Excel template to like use Power
Yes,
Automation to upload or
yes, it does.
yeah, I would like to see that as well. Yeah. And what about the
Sure.
class time would be the same as the day, like like today or
That is
the class
something
time?
we can confirm for you. So you can speak to the institute representative, and they'll confirm for you.
Perfect. Sounds good because this time works. And if it's a what weekend classes, that's going to be really helpful. Yeah. That's my feedback. Yeah.
Right. Thank you. Noted.
Thank you.
Nitin, is it possible to show sample apps or automate flows which you are going to cover in this course?
right now.
Yep.
I'm afraid I don't have them with me right now, but I will take a note of it, and I will showcase the use cases to you in the next session. That sounds okay.
Perfect. Sounds good. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
All right. Any other questions?
No, Nitin, I'm good.
So Nathan, with regards to the next step, so like what you can say, how fast we are going to hear from the organizer with regards to the classes and timing and the all the
Yeah,
information.
the institute representatives will contact you.
Perfect. Sounds good. Yeah. But it was a like the way you presented it was very nice presentation, and the things you which you explained was very clear. So it was like awesome. Really appreciate. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for that feedback. I really appreciate you saying that, and I will, strive to make it even simpler for you guys to understand. So I'll try to be more and more descriptive, so that I don't leave anything, and at the same time, make it easy for you to understand the concepts.
Thank you so much.
Hello.
Thanks.
Hi, Nitin. Hello.
Hello. Yes, go ahead, please.
Yeah, actually, where we are using the both version, right, for Power Automate desktop and cloud version. So,
Mhm.
which one we are covering in this course?
We'll be covering both. So they both have a different set of disadvantages and advantages, right? So I'll be covering both of them, and I'll be uh, taking you through the pros and cons of each of them.
And similar for Power Apps also, like both having desktop version and app or cloud version
Uh,
also.
Power App Power Apps has just one version. There's no such bifurcation like Power Apps Desktop or Power App Cloud. So it's just one module. So we'll be taking you through it.
Okay. And how many projects we are covering? Like one mini projects or more than one projects?
One mini projects is what the curriculum is, but we can add few more if we have enough time during the course, right? So that will depend on how fast we have progressed through the course, and based on time available, we can add some more.
Okay.
But anyways, apart from the mini project, one mini project, we'll be doing a lot of hands-on exercises for each of the modules, which are basically mini projects in themselves, right? So they are, as I said, they are uh, very close to your industry requirements, right? The problem set that they will teach you is very industry oriented. So they are mini projects in themselves. So that will give you a lot of that experience as well.
Means right now I'm working in one organization where I'm using Power Automate desktops from last two
Hmm.
years.
Hmm.
So I have done lots of projects on Power Automate desktops and
Awesome.
apps also.
Great, great.
So
That will help you.
what are the benefits yeah, for me that if I join this course and
Uh-huh. So the benefit would be, so we'll be you have experience with Power Apps as well?
uh, I haven't done lots of projects. Means I have developed for 2 and 3 projects. But in Power Automate
Yeah,
desktops, I have already developed lots of projects. Like means
I
20
understand.
plus projects.
I understand. But no experience with Power Automate Cloud, is it?
No, no, no. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so that could be an advantage for you. And as well as, so we'll be doing, going through the courseware in a very structured manner. So if I can dare to ask, where did you learn Power Automate and Power Apps? Did you go through any courses earlier, or
No,
you
no.
learned them on your own?
Yeah, I learn on my own.
So what we'll be doing here is, Praveen, will be going through the courseware in a very professional manner, right? Very fine tuned to industry requirements, industry standards. So I'll be taking you through the course in a very structured way. So that will enhance your understanding of the Power Automate desktop and Power Apps, as well as, so we'll be covering Power Automate Cloud as well. So that will impart additional knowledge to you. So there's a few things, you might overlook while you're learning them yourselves, or you might not, pay enough attention that they require in the way, the industry demands. So the courseware, since we'll be doing it in a very structured way, very formatted way, going through each and every um, aspect, every detail of, all those connectors, all those data types, all how to create global variables, how to create local variables, things like that. So that would give you that fine understanding of how these things are working, and how to, put a professional terminology to it all, which is used in the industry.
Okay, thanks, Nitin.
You're welcome. Any other questions?
Yeah, one more last question, Nitin. Karthik here. Can we do freelancing also for any manufacturing companies or any kind of organizations? We can build applications. We can simplify their process. We can also do the business purpose also, right? Once we
Mm.
finish the program.
Right. So Karthik, that is a possibility, although I'm not very free to comment on that. But yes, that is a possibility. You can go through the industry in any way, right? So you are employed with a company, you apply your knowledge there, or you can even do freelancing for other companies.
Okay, okay, got it.
Yeah.
Fine, Nitin. Thanks. That's all. Yeah.
Yeah, Nitin, how long it will take to complete these all courses?
The course is designed for 1 month almost, right? 40-50 classes, 40-50 hours of learning. So depending on the courseware and the pace of the batch as we progress, uh, we'll be conducting the classes. So they may go for 1 month, or longer, or even shorter, right? But it is about 40 to 50 hours of learning.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Right, go ahead, Nazim. You have a question?
No, no, I'm good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I already asked. Yeah, thank you so much. Thanks.
All
Sorry,
right,
I will. Yeah,
Shweta.
yeah, lower my. Sorry.
No
Yeah,
problem. Go ahead, Shweta.
yeah, hi sir. Actually, I mean, I'm working as an MIS analyst in logistics department. So my work is on Excel, Power BI, and Power Query, and with along with that VB also. So how
Mhm.
this tool will be helpful? I mean, if I'll do this
So
course,
you
how
so you are the perfect candidate for this course. So you are already using a lot of Power Query, a lot of Excel, doing all that data manipulation, right? So
yes.
so so all that can be automated. So
uh,
although we won't be going through this particular use case within the courseware, but let me tell you something. You can automate
mhm,
the Power Query refreshes through Power Automate. How about that?
Okay. Yeah.
So you understand the value of this course. So once you have learned these tools, they will
Mhm.
immensely help you automate your workflows. So you do a lot of reporting, I believe, right? So all that
Yes.
reporting can be automated. Yes.
Yes.
So
Yes.
your
Yes.
Power Automate dashboards, right? So
Mhm.
sorry, Power BI dashboards, right? So
Mhm.
they can be integrated into your Power Apps. So you may be able to create an app where you can present those dashboards real time to your business users.
Okay. But I'm
Yeah.
not as good in the programming language since I only know the
No need,
SQL and this other one is
but
Python, a little bit of it.
then you know too much already.
Okay.
Don't
Okay.
worry. So these are very low code platforms, low code no code platforms. They have been designed
Okay.
to help people with limited programming language knowledge to create
Mhm.
applications which are at par with a programmer.
Okay. Good for me. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Sorry, then, like with regards to low code, no code, it always says with like with this application, it's a low code, no code. So what does that mean? Like, I mean,
Mhm.
like no code, low
Good
code,
question.
like no code or yeah. So what
Yeah.
is like
So
it emphasize?
right. Right. So let me tell you something. So suppose you are creating an application where you're taking data from your Excel sheet, right, and presenting it into a dashboard in a or you're creating a form where you take some inputs from a user and put them into your database, right? Say so that is a very simple use case. Now, if you have to create an application for it, there could be two scenarios. You are a trained software engineer, you know programming languages, and you write the code for creating the application. Okay, so that is the traditional way of how software development is done, and it is called the professional software development. Okay, so that is how you can create this app. The other way is the citizen developer or the low code no code platform development, wherein you might not be knowing any programming languages, but using these tools you can still create this application which will be as good as the one created by the trained software engineer. So it will have the same functionality, it can look the same, right? But you don't need to know a programming language to its core. Okay, so there are still some customizations for which a little bit of programming knowledge is required, but that is very little part of it, and it is easy to understand. So even for non coders, non programmers. So but in essence, these tools allow you to create similar software which a trained software engineer will create through their programming language. That is what the low code means. So you don't have to code. No code means you don't have to code at all, and low code means you still have to code just a little bit, so to bring a little customization to your projects. So these things provide connectors or actions which you can drag and drop onto your screen to create a module. So for example, uh, in our example that I took, where you're taking inputs from a user in a form, so to create the form, right, you will have to write a whole set of Python code or a whole set of C++ code or Java code to create the form. With these tools you can just drag and drop a few things and onto your screen, and your form will be created itself. You don't need to know the programming that goes behind creating that form. You can concentrate on creating the form and utilizing it for your business needs. Does that answer your question?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah. And and also like what one of the things which I wanted to add, like the way you are explaining and like presenting is really like very clarifying that, so that you have very nice way of communicating and transferring the knowledge. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you.
So looking
Thank you
forward
so
to
much. Thank you so much for your feedback. Thank you so much for that feedback.
Nitin, would there be any resume preparation assistance provided post the completion of this course?
Akshay, right? Can you say that again, Akshay? I did not. I
So,
couldn't get your voice clearly.
yes, I wanted to ask, would there be any resume preparation assistance provided post completion of this course?
Uh, I am not at the liberty to say that, so you can contact the institute representative, the consultant, right, and they can guide you through it.
Okay, sure, thank you.
All right, guys. If no other questions, we'll end the session today here.